Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Every book in 10 minutes. In the summer of 1816, the weather broke. A volcano had erupted on the other side of the world, and Europe got a year without a sun. Trapped indoors by endless rain, on the shore of Lake Geneva, a group of young writers made a bet. Who could write the scariest ghost story? The winner was an 18-year-old girl. Her name was Mary Shelley, and what she wrote that summer became Frankenstein. Forget the green skin and the bolts in the neck. That is the movies. In the book, Frankenstein is the scientist, not the monster. And the creature he builds is not a groaning brute. It speaks, it reads, it argues. And it asks one devastating question. Why did you make me if you could not love me? The book starts in a strange place, the frozen Arctic. A ship is stuck in the ice when the crew spots something impossible. A giant figure on a dog sled racing north, and behind it, half dead, a man chasing it. The captain pulls him aboard, and the dying man tells his story. His name is Victor Frankenstein. Part 1. The Spark. Victor grows up in Geneva, rich, adored, and brilliant. He has a best friend, Henry Clerval, and an adopted cousin, Elizabeth, whom he is expected to marry. As a boy, he devours old books of alchemy, written by men who promised eternal life. His father tells him it is nonsense. Nobody explains why. Then, just before he leaves for university, his mother dies of scarlet fever. It is the first death Victor cannot accept, and somewhere in that grief, an idea takes root that will destroy his life. What if death is not a wall? What if it is a door you could force open? At the University of Ingolstadt, Victor turns his grief into obsession. He studies chemistry and anatomy, then goes further. He spends his nights in graveyards and dissecting rooms, studying how bodies decay. 2 years of this, and he finds it, the secret of life itself. The book never tells us what it is. Mary Shelley knew that what you imagine is always worse. On a rainy November night, at 1 in the morning, Victor gives life to the thing he has stitched together from the dead. He chose every part to be beautiful. And then a dull yellow eye opens, and he sees what he has actually made. He does not study it. He does not name it. He runs out of the room. The creature is 1 minute old, and it has already been abandoned. Victor collapses into months of fever, nursed back by his friend Clerval. When he finally recovers, the creature is gone, out into a world it does not understand, with the face of a nightmare and the mind of a newborn. Victor decides to simply pretend it never happened. Part 2. The creature speaks. 2 years later, a letter from home. Victor's little brother William has been strangled. The family servant, Justine, is found with the boy's locket in her pocket and hanged for it. She is innocent. The locket was planted. Victor knows exactly who did it and says nothing. That silence is the second crime of the book, and it is his. Victor flees into the Alps, and on a glacier, the creature finds him. Victor screams threats, and then the creature does the last thing you expect from a monster. It speaks, calmly and beautifully. It says, "I was born good, and misery made me a fiend. Hear my story. Then decide." The creature has spent a year hiding beside a poor family's cottage, watching them through a crack in the wall. It learned to speak by listening. It learned kindness by watching a blind old man and his children. It secretly gathered firewood for them at night. It thought of them as its family. They had no idea it existed. It taught itself to read, and one of the books was Paradise Lost. The creature saw itself in Adam, the first being of a new kind. But Adam had a creator who loved him. Then the creature saw its own reflection in a pool of water and understood. It was Satan in that story, cast out on the day it was made. So it gambled everything. It walked in and spoke to the blind father, who listened with kindness. Then the family came home, saw its face, and beat it out of the house. Later it saved a little girl from drowning. The man with her shot it. Every hand it reached toward answered with violence. The creature was not born a monster. It was made into one rejection at a time. Back on the glacier, it makes its demand. Build me a companion of my own kind, and we will disappear into the wilderness forever. No one will ever see us again. It promises peace, and it threatens war. I am malicious because I am miserable, it says. Victor hears the logic in it, and he agrees. Part 3. The Broken Promise. Victor drags himself to a bare island in Scotland and begins again. But halfway through the second creature, his mind floods with what-ifs. What if she refuses the deal? What if they breed a race of devils? He looks up, and the creature is at the window watching, and Victor tears his half-finished work to pieces in front of it. The creature's answer is a promise. Remember this, I will be with you on your wedding night. Then it begins taking everything Victor loves. His best friend Clerval is found strangled on an Irish beach, and Victor is jailed for the murder before being cleared. Victor marries Elizabeth anyway, and here Shelley plays her cruelest card. Victor assumes the threat is aimed at him. On the wedding night, he patrols the house with pistols, leaving Elizabeth alone in the bedroom. Then he hears her scream. The creature never wanted to kill Victor. It wanted Victor to feel what it felt. A world with nobody in it. Days later, Victor's father dies of grief. Part 4. The Chase. With nothing left, Victor stops running from the creature and starts chasing it. Across Europe, across Russia, onto the Arctic ice. The creature stays just out of reach, leaving him food and taunting messages carved into trees and stone. Follow me, it writes. The hunt is the only relationship either of them has left, and the creature seems to want it never to end. Which is where the book began. The stuck ship, the dying stranger. Victor tells the captain his story and dies still divided, warning him against ambition in one breath and dreaming of glory in the next. He never once admits the simplest truth. That one moment of mercy on that November night might have prevented all of it. That night, the captain finds the creature standing over Victor's body, weeping. My heart was fashioned for love, it says, and misery turned it to hate. It has one plan left: travel to the pole, build a fire, and burn. Then it steps out onto the ice and vanishes into the dark. No one ever sees it die. So who is the monster? The creature kills a child, a friend, a bride. But trace every murder backward and you arrive at the same spot. A creator who ran away. In the whole book, Victor never gives the creature a name. Shelley's subtitle tells you where her sympathy sits. The modern Prometheus, the man who stole fire and was punished forever. Mary Shelley was 18 when she started this book, and she had already lost a baby. She knew what it costs to make a life you cannot protect. 2 centuries later, every generation pours its newest fear into her story. It was electricity, then genetics, now artificial intelligence. The question never changes. Not can we build it, but what do we owe the thing we build? Next time, we jump from a laboratory in the Alps to a battlefield in ancient China. A general's manual, 25 centuries old, on how to win a war before it starts, still read by leaders, coaches, and strategists today. The Art of War, every book in 10 minutes.